Hi Zoe, hi YouTube friends. Right, I've popped on to do a summer bucket list sort of information and show and tell video. So this big folder in front of you, which is going blurry now because my camera obviously does not like the colour. Let me put something that it can focus on while I have a little chat. Image. Come back round. Yeah, didn't like that, did it? We removed the purple and we just put that there at the moment so it can look at something. Right, yeah. So, bucket list. Right. I started doing summer bucket lists for my son Loki when he was about 1 year old. Just easy things when they're that sort of age. Like maybe just maybe 10 things through the summer. You might take them to Peppa Pig World, or you might make Play-Doh animals, or stuff like that. And I've carried on through the years. I started this because I wanted to give my son a fantastic childhood. I'm not saying my childhood was bad. It was different. My mum and dad were backpackers. We used to climb up mountains every school holidays, or go on very long walks like the West Highland Way, like walk straight across Scotland. Yeah, I'm sure it's very character building, but not the childhood that I would have chose. So for my son, I thought, right, he's going to have fun. So I'll show you my folder first of all, and then I'll show you the bucket list that we currently have. It's not completely filled out because I've left some gaps in case we do some spontaneous trips that I can put in. He's 12 now, so it's getting a bit harder. I used to have a 50 things bucket list, but we have dropped down to about 25 now. So in this first part, this is my folder. I've had it for years and years and years. I just keep leaflets that we pick up to give me ideas for places we can go to put on the bucket list each year. I don't just do a summer one. I do each school holidays. I do a little bucket list. So I've got like a couple of brochures here that I've just picked up that are around our area that we could go see. They would have been I've thrown out a lot now, but when he was younger, it would have been more things like more theme park type stuff or very children-y type things. But now as we're getting older, he doesn't mind going around a castle, some gardens, as long as there's food involved. He's quite good like that. I have like thousands and thousands of pictures as well from all these trips that we've done. I mean, seriously, I have his whole life in picture form on my computer. So the first one we come to here, this is the spring bucket list, which is obviously passed now, but just to give you an idea, because we will have another spring again, I'm sure. I've just put like on this one, have a picnic at botanical gardens, make goldfish crackers. They're like the goldfish crackers you get in America. We have to make them here because we don't have goldfish crackers. So I discovered the recipe when Loki was very young, because he's allergic to dairy. Well, was allergic to dairy. He's absolutely fine now. Which I could make them dairy free. And then plant some sunflower seeds. I actually got some sunflower seeds still in there because you get a big packet. And I've got lots of pictures of through the years. Sunflower seeds, the sunflowers, how big they got. Pictures of Loki next to sunflower seeds. Not the seeds, doll. Next to the flowers when they've grown. Oh, we grew such a big one once, but the head got really heavy and it fell off. I was like really gutted. Go to Cheddar, which is near us, where the cheddar cheese comes from, and it's got caves and all sorts of things there. Visit Pennywell Farm. As you see, this was a younger one. I haven't kept all of the backlog ones. I've just kept like a few. eat Easter eggs, hot cross buns for breakfast, catch the train to see Banny and Bandad. Yes, it does say Banny and Bandad, because that's what Loki used to call them when he was little. Have a tea party in the garden with homemade cakes, hot rocks, or hot eggs. What you do with those is you can either boil some eggs, or you can heat some big rocks up in the oven. This is to be done carefully, and you make the children wear oven gloves, obviously. But then they can get their crayons and draw on the hot rocks or the eggs, and the crayons melt on, and then you just let them set, and you've got very patterny rocks. I've still got patterny rocks in my garden. They're around the pond. You can't get rid of these things, can you? Make eggy nests with ham and potato salad. So I think I've actually got a video of me making eggy nests, because Karen asked what they were. So have a look through my videos. There's a recipe one there, the only one. Make twirling ladybirds in the tree. Obviously any of this can be used for summer as well. Twirling ladybirds are, you just cut out card ladybirds like this, draw them yourself, colour them in, get the kids to paint them, and then you put them on bits of string hanging from the trees, and they twirl but in the wind. I Spy Photo Hunt, well, you can find those on Pinterest. Have a ploughman's lunch, and this was the year we went to California, so go to California, but I don't expect you to all go to California. Be nice though, wouldn't it? But yeah, I think that's probably why I kept this one, because it's a little bit sentimental, because it was when we went. Then I've just got like an Easter egg hunt in here with like the baskets and stuff, although I think it's going to be a bit redundant now, because I think like it's probably too old for all that, but I might need it in craft. Then we go over to the summer. I've got some 4th of July type little banner things, because I did a 4th of July party a long time ago, and I made all the bunting and things like that, so I've just kept the bits just in case I need it. Now on to the proper summer bucket list. So I've got a few here, don't worry, I won't bore you with all of them, but as you can see I've got some old ones here, so I drew that, and then I've done it as a school planner, got the bucket list there. Old bucket list. These are old bucket lists. These, if you want to find out where you print off these bucket lists, just go on Pinterest and type bucket list printable. You will come up with about 1 billion of them. So I've typed these in myself, or some of them they've already got like ideas, but what you can do is if you take them over to like Word or somewhere else, you can delete the things you don't want and type in the things you do want. So I sometimes do that as well, because I've amended like that one, and some of them I've just taken over and typed in, or some I've just wrote in hand. So yeah, just for argument's sake, well, let's have a look at this one. So welcome to summer day. So when they break up from school, you do them like a party with all like summer things. Maybe have the paddling pool in the garden, like, you know, balloons, do them a little summer kit, some food, maybe a barbecue, something like that. So I did a big banner so that they could, across the patio doors, so that him and his friend, they could run through the banner. And then I set up the garden, all lovely, made a tent under the trampoline, got out chalks, you know, pavement chalks. Oh, did all sorts of stuff a little while ago though. Beach day. Rachel and I always have a beach day. We love a beach day. Granted, in England it's a bit of a risk, because you don't know if you're going to have the weather for the beach day, but I will go with if you're in England, if you go literally the first week of the school holidays, put it on one of those days, you generally, touch wood, get some good weather. Do not leave it to the end of August, because it starts getting Baltically cold. We did a couple of Ho Seasons holidays at the end of August, and it just turns into winter. And then granted, again, September gets hot again, but they're at school again then, so you can't do that. So yeah, beach day I aim for the first, possibly the second week. Just one day, pick a beach, go to it, do all the beach things, do all the tourist rubbish, buckets and spades, making sandcastles, paddling, crab hunting, fish and chips, ice creams, sunburn, if the sun comes out, freezing to death under a brolly if the sun doesn't come out. Yeah, so beach day. Visit our ice cream parlour. We're very lucky. We live on the coast. We have numerous amounts of ice cream parlours. We love TJ's. It's a fabulous ice cream parlour. So I tend to only take him there once a year, and that's to do our bucket list. And it's a big treat because of that. Have a family movie night. Well, self-explanatory, especially if it's rainy. Wookey Hole, then that's a place near us. It's Wookey Hole Caves, but obviously anything, you can look around what's near you, what places to go visit. Blaze Castle is actually a big park, and it's really nice because it has lots of different areas. It has like a streamy area that you can go paddling, or you can throw the dog in, or there's a woody area, or there's just big fieldy parts, or there's a play area. So it's nice to go because it's free, the car parking is free, or the coffees there, because there is a little coffee shop, are really expensive. Really expensive, but that makes up for everything else being free, I'm sure. Have a barbecue, have a picnic, play mini golf, donuts for breakfast, mix it up a bit. You can obviously go to Krispy Kremes or Dunkin' Donuts if you have one of those close by. We have a few in England. You have to travel though. Make campfire cones, s'mores and toast marshmallows. We've gone very Americanised. Have fish and chips on the seafront. That's a British thing. See, we mix it up. Set up play dates. So yeah, of course, they need time to spend with their friends as well, so setting up play dates. Tobogganing, we're quite lucky because we have like a tobogganing centre quite close, and it's pretty cheap as well. So, and there's always Groupon vouchers for it, so they've been a couple of times there. When I say they, my best friend and her little girl, I generally, because my husband works full time, I pair up with them because she is a teacher, so she has the school holidays off. And so we make up a nice 4, 2 adults, 2 children, because if you buy any tickets for anywhere, it's 2 adults, 2 children. So we make up a little family, so it's perfect. Go swimming, go on a nature walk, have a craft day, go skating, scooting or rolling, so rollerblading or whatnot. We all have roller boots. My son has a scooter and a skateboard, and so does my husband. So we have a big promenade in Weston-super-Mare, so we do try and go and do some skating, bit of exercise, gets us out. Bubble wrap paint, that's quite fun. I did that with Chick and Loki. You wrap the kids' feet in bubble wrap, and then they stand in a tray of paint, and then you need a big roller paper, and then they jump all over the paper, and they make interesting mess, and obviously the bubble wrap makes popping noises. They love it. Sidewalk chalks, obviously you can get loads of chalks now that you can draw on the pavements with, and they wash away very easily. Watercolour tattoos, they're always a bit fun. You can cover the kids in tattoos, and you know they're going to scrub off again. Scavenger hunt, and I have a few scavenger hunts in here, but I'll show you that in a minute. Scavenger hunts you can get off Pinterest again. You can print them off for all seasons. Go to a pick your own, so go pick fruit or veg, whichever you like, near you. Make foam paint. So that's basically shaving foam and paint, and it all puffs up and is kind of fun. Yet again, Pinterest. Pinterest is a very, very, very good place to go search for things to do or crafty things to do. Have a Mummy and Loki day. We always have one where it's just Loki and I. We go have a day out together. I get to spend time with my little man. We have like lunch out. We might do something like go to cinema, or we might just go to a different town. Might catch a train somewhere. Just a day with your child that's just for you. Make tin can stilts, self-explanatory. Go out in Bertie. Now Bertie was our VW camper van. We no longer own him anymore, but we did do some day trips in Bertie, so that's nice we have those memories. Homemade popsicles. Go to our outdoor swimming pool. Still haven't done that. I think I've put that on all our bucket lists for like yonks. We've got one in Porter's Head, but because our weather is a bit sporadic, we've never made it to the outdoor swimming pool. Make sand mermaids. That's where you bury your child halfway down, or they bury you halfway down, and you make them mermaid tails. Got plenty of pictures of that. Make sun tea. So basically tea, water, sugar, and let the sun cook it. Something for them to do. Play with bubbles. A great fun thing. They always love some bubbles. Balloon fiesta. Now we always go to the balloon fiesta in Bristol. It is tradition. Although I think it's losing a bit of flavour now with us, because we're just finding the food overpriced. They don't give away half as many freebies as they used to do, because there's like quite a lot of little market things, and they used to give you like trial things like try our harvest bar or try our yoghurt. I once came back with a carrier bag full of non-alcoholic beer because it was on a Sunday, which was the last day, and they just wanted to get rid, so they were like, here, have 20 cans of non-alcoholic beer. But no, they don't do the freebies so much anymore. You pay for the parking, but then like entrance is free. There's obviously the balloons, but sometimes the balloons don't go up because of the weather. So we are losing a little bit of gusto with it, but it is tradition. We are troopers. We are going to knuckle it till we die. So we are going to the balloon festival again this year. Make summer holiday mugs. So easy to do. Sharpie markers, plain mugs from the pound shop. Make their mugs. Bake them a little bit in the oven. They're not dishwasher proof. They will come off. The Sharpies will come off if you put them in the dishwasher. But they are just like sponge proof, so you can make yourself some nice holiday mugs. Sunbathe on the trampoline. That's of course when we had a trampoline. Make something with Daddy. Go crabbing. Have a pirate day. We often did lots of themed days. So pirate day, self-explanatory, everything. Food, dress up, decorate the garden, do everything pirate. You could easily do a princess one, a mermaid one, a cream tea day, you know, the unicorn one. There's endless amounts of things you could do. Make animal card scrapbook. Now Loki used to collect from his National Geographic magazines he used to get through. There used to be all these little animal cards in it, so we were going to collect them all up. We still got them and make a scrapbook. It hasn't happened. There is tons of them. They're in my art cupboard somewhere. And go on a day out with Daddy, obviously, and then have a meal out and make beach wind chimes. Beach wind chimes just need bits from the beach, so shells, sticks, whatever you find on the beach. Tie string to them, tie them to other bits of stick or to trees, make a wind chime. Easy. Right, as I said, won't go through all of these. They're very, very similar. So we shall carry on through the folder, and then I shall get on to my actual list before we run out of time. Bit longer than I thought this. Cool, I can yabber. Oh, look. Trying to put it away. Right, okay, next thing I have in here is I have these. This was given to me by school, and this you can pick up if you have under 11-year-olds. 50 things to do before you're 11 3/4, and they just have very similar bucket listy type things that you can do there. The school gave them this one, and this has checklists for things to do as well. If I need inspiration, I come to these. I have a few blank summer bucket list printables in there. Scavenger hunts. As I said, you can print them off all different seasons. I've got summer scavenger hunt here. Like this was, yeah, I took this one to Bouncy Island, which is off of Poole. You get a little ferry across, and because it's got find the red squirrels, 5 wildflowers, a peacock, feathers, a beach view, you know, so on and so forth. So you can do a scavenger hunt with the children. Then I've got some tattoos. So if you want to get covered in tattoos, it's probably only me who's going to get covered in tattoos now, because I'm sure little boy will not be interested. It's just keeping that safe. That's his little medal thing. And then I've got a 4 bucket list, a blank one to do that. And then there was just Christmassy things that you could do. I haven't got any blank Christmassy ones, but usually I have a few blank Christmas bucket lists as well, but I must have used them and not replaced them. And then getting on to my actual bucket list for this year. So we'll whiz through 9 minutes before we get cut off. So just printed it off, decorated with some washi tape, and it sticks just on my wall by me. So I've got, as I said, gaps for spontaneous things. So have a barbecue, go for a cream tea. We love to do that. We did that last year. Go to the book barn, which is in Bristol, and it's literally a barn of used books, and I love it. I think that one's more for me than the child, but he likes it as well. I'll give him a tenner, he can go mad. Go to Monkey World, because we have those tickets because I bought them for my husband for his birthday. Go to the theatre, that's on Monday. We got given theatre tickets by my mother-in-law for Christmas. Visit the Polish shop, buy and try video. So that will be coming up for you guys. Literally going to go to the Polish shop, going to take some money, going to let Loki buy whatever he wants, and then we're going to come home and try it on video. Go on a day trip with Rachel and Morgan, which we always do. Find some Wallace and Grommets. Now, Wallace and Grommets have come to Bristol. They're all over Bristol, and you've got to hunt them. There's also owls in Bath. So Rachel did say about getting the train to Bath and finding some owls. My husband has very kindly printed me off, because he works with giant printers, but printed me off a big map of all the Wallace and Gromit ones. So, because my husband wants to find some of those as well. When it was the Shaun the Sheeps, we went and found all 75 Shaun the Sheeps. Rachel had me up, yes Rachel if you're watching this, at 6 o'clock in the morning to go find sheep. Not even real ones. Go to the balloon fiesta, obviously. Fish and chips out. Go to Car Boot and play Who Can Find. Now we play a little game. Who can find the rubbishest object? We have about £2 each. This year's contenders will be my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, Jared, Loki and myself, and we will all have £2 and we will go round the big car boot and we will see what rubbish we can find, and the most tactless, tasteless rubbish thing wins. But unfortunately it's me who has to have it on my mantelpiece for a week. Not happy about that. So I lose out either way. Go to the cinema, have a Mum and Loki, it's changed from mummy to mum now, Mum and Loki day, visit the ice cream parlour, go roller skating, get a pick a mix, have a family movie night, do a day trip with Dad, and I've left it blank so we can see what day trip that will be, play mini golf and donuts for breakfast. As you can see, we do repeat on most of the years with a few changes. You can obviously add in anything you have coming up, so like I have done with the theatre and the Monkey World. Right, I hope that this has been helpful. Laura, if you're watching, I hope you've got some ideas from this, and everybody else, please like, feel free to comment or ask questions, and subscribe, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic day and everyone has a fantastic summer holidays. Take care then. Bye.